good. So yeah, basically, you got those the two precepts.
I got Revelation 20.
And then get the other ones too. We need both. We need both of the 1,000-year scriptures. The one where it lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years, and then the other one is Satan.
That's
I
12, Revelation
ain't.
12, ain't it?
Yeah, one of the scriptures. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, so first and foremost, as always, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. All right, and we also want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, we're out here another week to give you this truth, all right, to prophesy the downfall of America, Babylon the Great, all right, which America is Babylon the Great, known in the Holy Scriptures, okay? And we're also out here to let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you are the true children of Israel, all right, the true biblical Israelites, okay? However, this week, all right, we're going to open up camp speaking about a particular doctrine that has gone out throughout Israel, all right, by the IUIC, okay? And I just came across the video a couple days ago. We watched it on the way to camp, all right? And basically, Nathaniel of the IUIC, the leader of the IUIC, all right, he has a new doctrine, okay, where they're teaching that after the 1,000-year period in the book of Revelation, that Esau and the nations are going to start another war against the children of Israel, all right? And you brothers that's out there that watch these camps, okay, in this case, in particular the IUIC, all right, you have to beware, okay? So this is an example of us watching over the flock and giving you the true breakdowns and the true understanding, okay? Because if we didn't, if we didn't correct that mess or put it out there that these men are teaching these things, then the Lord could potentially get us, all right? So,
Or somebody new.
yeah. So we gotta basically let brothers know, even sisters, that hey, this, you want to beware of these men, because the scriptures tell us that once the kingdom is established, there's gonna be no more wars. Okay, so there's no way in hell that Esau is gonna be somewhere while we're in rulership under Yahushai, waiting to start another war. That's not gonna happen. All right, you want to say something?
Yeah, and IUIC got the largest Israelite congregation. And shit, you want to say America or the world? When the Israelites come together, IUIC got the numbers. They deep as fuck. Be purple everywhere. They could cover an entire block in New York City if they all came together. Meaning they got a large following. They got men, women, and children. They got some people that's amongst their congregation that's giving up to simplicity as well. But it's also it's a lot of sincere individuals in their congregation too that truly believe in the Heavenly Father and the Son. And Nate coming with these new doctrines and these new sayings, he could lead a lot of people astray and have them spewing some madness.
And ultimately what it comes down to is he has a lot of blood on his hands.
Yeah.
By deceiving all of those people. Now whether he sold out or not, it looks like he did. So we're gonna break it down the correct way and bring out some precepts and teach it how it's supposed to be taught. So let's open up with the first one.
We've got Revelation 20.
Where was the first one at? What's the first one we bringing out? The first one I want to bring out is where Satan shall be loosed in his little sleep. That's the first one. That's 12. Go to that one. You should have had that pulled up.
Yeah, that's in Revelation 20 as well.
All right, bring it out.
23.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verses 1. And And I saw an angel.
Go to the point. Go to the point.
This is Revelation chapter 20, verses 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him up 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled.
Right. Now, we know the bottomless pit is Europe, okay? Which they've came up against that as well, other Israelite camps, okay? So that's basically where Esau was you know, at his lowest, so to speak. Okay? Go ahead.
And after that, he must be loose. He must be loose a little season. And I saw thrones.
And after that, he shall be loose a little season. Now, that little season happened during the time of the Renaissance. Okay? When Esau was basically reborn into power. The word Renaissance means to rebirth. Okay?
Because when you go into the history of the Roman Empire, it fell approximately 476 AD. And Renaissance started, what, 1492? It's 1,016 years. Okay?
Yep, that's roughly 1,000 years, a little
Yeah.
over. So Esau came, what did he do? He came back into power. Now Nate is saying that scripture, where it says that scripture right there, and where it says he lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years, somehow connects. Which we're living in that time. We're living in that time where it says he shall be loose for a little season. Okay, that little season is going to be up once Yahweh Shai comes back and takes him down. Read that again.
It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Right, now during that time, who was ruling? Jake was ruling during that time. Okay, you had the Dark Ages. All right, or what's another word for the Dark Ages?
The Byzantine
That's
Empire.
right. And that's where you get all those icons from. You can go into the history and you can see all those different icons where Jake was ruling.
And the Byzantine Empire was the longest reigning empire in history. And all the system of laws were based off of biblical laws. They basically took the 613 laws and they derived a bunch of laws after that, but all those laws had to have root in the Bible.
And when we bring up the Russian icons and all of that, they saying Russia still has those dark images because Russia didn't go through the Renaissance,
Yeah,
the Renaissance era. Well, they didn't go through the iconoclasm, the whitewashing. They didn't. The world went through the Renaissance era, but Russia didn't do the whitewashing.
They didn't have as much iconoclasm, so they had a lot of those images left.
So yeah, they still got a lot of the proof.
Which proved that Jake was ruling. That's why they called it the Dark Ages. But go ahead, read that again.
It says that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose a little season.
And after that, he's going to be loosed a little season. Once again, going into how Esau was going to come back into power during the time of the Renaissance. Okay, you had Columbus coming in, right? He came with his Christianity, taking down Gad, Reuben, you know, and all of that. All right.
And it was during the time when the Catholic Church was a mega power, the false prophet, man, and deceived the whole world.
Yep. So, and technically, we're still living in that time because basically Esau came back into power. He's still in power now. Now he's really at his best as far as like technology and weaponry and all of that. So we're still in that little season where he's loosed because he's still running around ruling the earth. Go ahead. That was it. I think that was it. All right, now go to where it says we're gonna reign. So that 1,000-year period in Revelation 20, was that Revelation 20? Okay, that 1,000-year period, that was fulfilled already. Okay, that already took place. Now let's go to this one. Where's the other one at?
It's in the same one.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go up. No, I'm gonna keep going. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image.
Now this is talking about end time prophecy.
Right.
It went from the Renaissance. It went from the Jake ruling during the Dark Ages, when Esau was cast into the bottomless pit, which is Europe. Then it went 1,000 years up to when Esau was ruling, and now it's going into even more future prophecy, which is going into the men of the Lord being beheaded. Now it jumps into the end times.
Right. This is the end of the little season.
Yep, exactly.
It talks about the Lord hath appointed his bounds, which he shall not pass.
Yep.
In Job 14:5, he's got bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a certain time period that he was given.
Yeah, and the Lord said that he should rebuild, that he should throw down, which is in Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi.
Yeah, they shall build, but I will throw down. Go ahead.
It says, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years.
And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years. Now, we're not going to just live and reign with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years. We're going to live and reign with Yahweh Shai forever. Okay? So that 1,000-year period is more like a symbolic thing. But like the elder was going into, you got to think, man, what has to be done? Okay? The elder Yashawamba was speaking on it. This earth has to be nuked. All right? First and foremost. And there has to be a massive cleanup, okay? Everything that you see around you, all of this shit is gonna be redone. It's gonna be the biggest, what's it called when they redo a house?
Remodel.
Yeah, it's gonna be the biggest remodel ever, man.
It's going to be a different kind of renaissance.
Demolition, remodeling, all of that.
You gotta think
It's
about,
going to be the good kind of renaissance.
you gotta think about all the shit that these nations in Esau have done to the earth. And it has to be repolished, it has to be remodeled, and they're gonna do the work. Basically, they gonna have to clean up their mess.
They got to clean up bodies. They got to clean up plastic, garbage, all of that shit. You got to think it's literally tons upon tons of this
Filth, just say filth.
of filth.
Yeah.
Islands, fucking mountains of filth. You think Israelites gonna be out there with a fucking shovel in a bag with some gloves on?
And you got to think, man. A lot of Jake don't like to use their minds. This is literally a whole globe, man.
Mm-hmm.
The whole globe is gonna be ours and more.
Yep.
All right. So these nations have lots of work to do, man. So while we're living and reigning with Yahweh Shai, it's gonna take time for them to build. Okay, it's gonna take time for them to clean up. All right. Because it's not going to be like we're going to live and reign with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years and then it's going to be over. The scriptures tell us that the kingdom is going to go on forever and ever. And if we're of the elect, we're never going to die. So we're talking about immortality.
Right.
Okay?
Ye shall never taste of death.
Yeah, it ain't going to be, I'm 967. I got 30 years to live. No, it's not going to happen.
It's everlasting salvation.
It's an everlasting.
Last 33 years.
Yeah. Now read that again, Salaki.
It says,
I'm gonna party like I'm 999 years old because I'm gonna die next year.
I want to go into actually what Nate is teaching. Go ahead.
it says, I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and for the word of Yahweh, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years.
Now Nate is teaching that after that 1,000-year period takes place, that Esau and the other nations are gonna come back. They're gonna jump up against us somehow while we in power with Yahweh Shai.
Like a prison riot.
Yeah, like a prison riot. And they gonna start a war with us.
Right.
That's totally off. That's totally off. First of all, let's go to the book of Obadiah real quick, where it says, there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. These motherfuckers ain't gonna never come back into power once they go into captivity, man.
Malachi said they're gonna be stubborn.
Get that one too. All right, you gotta be aware of these men who's coming up with these new wayward doctrines.
It says in
Hey,
Isaiah
just
60.
to fill you in, we going into how Nate is now teaching that after the 1,000 years when we live and reign with Yahweh Shai, that Esau gonna come back into power and start a war. That's the new Swiss cheese.
That shit sound
You
crazy.
wanna just get straight to that point?
Yeah, go straight to the point.
It says, it's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verses 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
So after that 1,000-year period, what happened to the true doctrine, Nate? Where after that 1,000-year period, they're gonna be burnt to fucking stubble. They're gonna be done away with. But you bucking up and teaching that they're gonna start a war? Somehow they're gonna be in a secret cave. You know, they're gonna be in a secret cave. We're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our inward parts. We're gonna have spiritual power. We're gonna be perfect in the kingdom of Yahushua under King David. But somehow it's gonna be these secret Edomites that's hiding somewhere or in captivity, and they're gonna rise up against us someday. You know? And your congregation is completely deceived, man. That's why we know that there's gonna be certain individuals that come out of these camps.
Oh yeah, they gonna leave.
It's gonna be, you know, we don't know when it's gonna happen, but the more and more they get into these wayward doctrines, we gonna start seeing men, a mass influx of the elect leaving these other camps.
Cause you gotta think, they telling niggas to get the chip. They telling niggas Esau go make it. Then they saying he go not go make it, and he go come back. It's too much confusion. At this point, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is these dudes talking about? Every time we turn around, they switching up.
Yep. Read that one more time. And then, is that the one where House of Joseph aflame?
No.
All right, read that again.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verses 18. In the house of
And then
Jacob,
pull it up where it says, there shall be no more war when we get into the kingdom.
in the house of Jacob should be a fire, and the house of Joseph for flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they should kindle in them and devour them. And there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has spoken.
So after that 1,000-year period where it says we lived and reigned with Yahushua for 1,000 years, after they served 1,000 years of captivity, what's going to happen to them is the Edomites, okay, they're going to be done away with. All right? They're going to be burnt up and done away with, man. However the Lord is going to do it. Then they're not going to rise up ever again, man.
Yeah.
Don't you ever come out your mouth and say that again, Nate.
The thing
wrong?
about it is that, like, yeah, 1 John 3 and 1, we gon' the Lord said, when Peter walks on water, he said, these things you shall do and more. So, like, when we come into our power, when we perfect in the kingdom, we're going to be able to do the things Yahushua did.
Damn.
Yeah.
You said 1 John 3:1.
Yeah, you got it.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now we are the sons of the Most High, Yahweh. It do not yet appear what we shall be.
Yeah, we don't know how we gonna be in the kingdom, but he gave us little points and shit. Go ahead.
But we know that when we shall appear, we should be like him.
Like who? Yahweh Shai. We're gonna be like Yahweh Shai. So get John 66 and John.
Apostles of Heart like to say, we're going to be many most highs.
That joint, what's that? That's John, not 66. John's
6 and 66.
Yeah. Because
I got it. This is the book of John, chapter 6 and verse 66. It says, John 16:66. No, that's not it. 16:66? 65.
oh, start right there.
64? John chapter 6, verse 64. But there are some of you that believe not. For
Yeah.
John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. But there are some of you that shall believe. There are some of you that believe not.
Yeah, Yahweh told him there's some of you that believe not. How we know that? Because he was able to read their minds. Go ahead.
For Yahweh
So we
knew.
gonna be able to do that.
Yep.
We gonna be able to read their minds.
Yep.
So if some fucking Edomites feel like they want to cause an uproar, or anybody of the other nations, we gonna know immediately. They're not gonna be able to like gather up.
Yeah, how it says in Revelation
Yeah,
2
we
and
gonna know their
26
thoughts.
that we will receive the what? The bright and morning star. We're
Yeah.
going to be the new light bearers.
Where do you think Esau get Professor X from off X-Men?
Yeah.
What was his power? He was in a wheelchair, but he could read thoughts.
And then when you read Psalms, where it say that we're gonna have this sword to
Two-edged sword.
to execute vengeance among the heathen. Soon as
Yep.
y'all motherfuckers think that y'all about to do something, we gonna be on your ass.
This is Isaiah 60 and 10, and I'll go to 12 right after. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. And here's the point. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee
Yep.
shall perish.
Yeah.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Here it is, Esau Edom. He can take his fucking spy satellites and see a fucking cat walking across the street. But a
Yeah.
1,000 years from now, we're not going to be able to detect some little uprising where they're sharpening stones and combs in their fucking in their little rock cave.
And furthermore, it's like I'm not gonna say you can compare it to slavery, but when I was watching Roots, when Kunta first came over here from Africa, wherever the hell he was at, he was in Africa somewhere. He was amazed to see. He was like, 2 white men. He was amazed to see how the plantation was ran. That's why he wanted to run, because he was like, how the fuck is these 2 motherfuckers controlling all of y'all? You know what I'm saying? That's why he kept trying to run. He was going to the slaves like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But he was like, why y'all not doing nothing?
Yeah.
Like y'all could, but nah, they was subject to that.
And
that's how Esau is gonna be. He's not gonna even think about bucking up
The
against
Most
us.
High
Right?
brought our spirit low, and he made us, because like even when you read like in like Judges, he said he'll make like if we go to war, he'll make their heart faint and make them run. Like
So my point is this though: if the Most High could bring His people and turn their spirits low like that, what's He gonna do to the Edomites?
Right.
It's gonna be a way. The standard is gonna be so much lower.
and and plus it ain't like it's human to human. We gonna be like gods.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be. That
Yeah.
if we want to fly, we're gonna be able to fly.
Yeah, what's that real quick?
So what the hell makes you think that the
Zechariah
Edomites
8:22.
are gonna come? They're not gonna have a thought.
Zechariah 8:22.
They're not gonna have a thought about bucking up against us.
Right. What about those sharp thrusting instruments? Where they just going to disappear? We gonna
That's
forget
how
to
power.
make
First of all, they're not even gonna look us in the face.
them? Right.
There you go.
Okay, there's gonna be so much power, man.
Looking at
We're
our
gonna have so much power. Like you brothers gotta understand, man. This is gonna be the kingdom of heaven that's being established. We're gonna be so damn royal that these nations are literally gonna walk with their heads down, man. All right, we're gonna be on top of the top. Got it. Go ahead.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verses 22. Yea, many people and strong nations shall come to seek the Lord of hosts in Jerusalem and to pray before the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you,
That's how the nation's gonna be.
for we have heard that the Most High Yahweh is with you.
Yeah, just like in this society, you got certain Israelites that's mortal. They just got a little clout. And the other nations be running around, they be on their dick. Like certain celebrities.
Like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, like you see, like they be having paparazzi and shit, and that's nothing compared to what we gon'. So imagine in the kingdom, they're literally gonna do that.
A good example would be like how Michael Jackson had it.
Yeah,
Michael
that's-
Jackson
yeah.
had motherfuckers faking.
That nigga was like a superhero in the
Yeah.
flesh.
The fucking
He had grown ass men passing out.
Yeah, people fight you. If You say something about Michael Jackson, somebody will fight you.
So, Salakia,
Back in
bro.
the days.
Imagine on a now. Imagine one of the elect men that Yahweh shot. Okay, it's gonna be crazy, man. Like we gonna be literally world famous. You know? What you gonna say?
I was bringing up. What's them shits? The 1949, the 1948ers were on their heads. They just gave Floyd Mayweather when they called the nigga Rabbi Mayweather or some shit like that.
Floyd is bought and paid
Yeah,
for.
he over there in Israel with the
Got a precept.
1948ers.
Go ahead.
Ain't gonna be no heathen nations in the midst of us. We not even gonna act like they on the same level.
Yeah. And they damn sure ain't gonna rise up. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verses 19. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that are halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
And once the Lord gives us that praise and that fame, it's over for you other nations, man. Okay? You're done. All right? That was it?
Oh, that's a little more. At that time I will bring you again, even in that time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord.
Yeah, and the scriptures tell us that this is our last captivity. All right, after this, it's time for the fame. After those chariots deliver the elect, it's time for the fame.
And that's another thing all in itself. Can Esau Edom destroy a chariot right now? No, we can't. What makes you think he's going to be able to do that in 1,000 years when he's in the dregs?
Right.
When he's back to eating his juniper roots.
It says great fear fell upon them which saw them.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
They're gonna serve and obey. When you obey somebody, all right, especially the Hebrew Israelites in the kingdom of heaven, hey, you ain't gonna think about. First of all, they ain't gonna have no weapons to even try that. They ain't gonna have no weapons. You know? Go ahead.
They gonna know it's a battle already lost.
Yeah.
And all dominion shall serve and obey him. Hitherto is the end of the matter.
And if they don't, they're going to perish.
We just read that. The kingdom, how'd it go? The nation nor kingdom that will not serve thee shall utterly perish. Now get it where it says that we're gonna have the two-edged sword to execute vengeance. You know?
Can I bring this out real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you
This
got that
is,
for a minute.
1 Corinthians 15 and 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Oh, actually, I'll read 52. In a moment, and the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. Slack it. 51. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
Yeah, we're going to be changed like Yahweh Shai. Like how Yahweh Shai said, we shall be like him. We're going to put off this mortal flesh. We're going to have our immortal. But how they going to war with us?
How is a bunch of mortals gonna come up against a bunch of immortals?
Right.
Okay, the scriptures tell us we're gonna be gods. These other nations they're not gonna have that capability. It's like you got a cheat code in the game.
We're going to be
Right.
stronger than the angels.
Per
And he
strength,
said-
per power.
Yep.
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. So is there going to be another trump when they have this
There's going to be
uprising?
another mystery.
The last trump is the seventh trump, which represents the nuclear destruction.
There'll be a whole other 7 trumps, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta get
No.
delivered again. We gotta
The seventh-
report heaven again.
The 7th trump is when we're gonna be taken into the chariots. That's the last trump, and we're gonna be changed just like that, because you can't go up into the ships with this flesh and blood. So as soon as you in that ship, you're gonna have a new body right there.
Yep, and it's going to say that. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. Right?
I like to compare it to when you watch Avatar, when Jake, that was his name, who was handicapped in this world. He was handicapped because Jake is handicapped. When he went into the Avatar world, he got his new body, and he was a ruler. You know, go ahead. When he got that Avatar, he was like, "Oh shit!"
Like,
He started
fuck.
running,
He said, "Fuck
putting
the
his
other
feet in the
body."
sand, eating real fruit. He fucking hated this side. Go ahead.
And he shall be changed.
Yep.
For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality.
And right now we're in a mortal state. We die like men, okay? We still can get sick. We're still subject to diseases, and this flesh is trash.
Hey, we deflate. We deflate after not working out for a full
Yeah.
period of time.
We're mortal men. Go ahead.
That's why we're likened unto worms.
For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible...
Immortality. How the fuck you gonna go to war with some immortal shit? They can't die, but you gonna go to war with them.
That's another thing. This nigga saying that they gonna come up against us. We gonna have unlimited lives.
Yeah.
I'm
got the
clowning,
cheat
but
code.
yeah, I'm clowning, but we're not. Here it is. You know, you trying to kill somebody that can't die.
Yeah. Here it is.
Limited
You fucking 1,000 years old, and somebody that's just been on the earth for 20 years talking about they finna take you out.
We might not even have ages. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying that, but like we might not. We just gonna live.
Yeah.
We're not like, we may not count how they did during the time of Genesis. You might not have to ask them, how old are you? I'm life. Like, I'm living.
I'm 999
here.
years old, bro. I'm dying next
I'm
year.
existing.
Yeah. Sakari teach that you live for 1,000 years. Some dumb
Yeah.
shit.
For
You should say immortality.
That's
54.
Hoover, bro.
So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
Oh, that must happen after the 1,000 years.
Like I said earlier, Salakia, like I said earlier, we're not gonna live until we're 1,000 years old, and then we done. Like, no, we're gonna live forever. Lord willing, we're those men.
Didn't
It's
come
more
back.
than that, right?
Oh yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
read that real quick.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 6, verses 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shai Mashiach our Lord.
So Yahweh Shai giving us what? Eternal life. That's the gift.
And we not
Eternal
gonna sin
life.
no more.
So
If you don't sin, you
how
can't die.
Yeah.
If you're an Israelite,
So that means you're not going to live for 1,000. You're going to live
forever. Forever.
And then we read it said it's going to be an everlasting kingdom.
Yep.
O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law, which is going to be written in our inward parts, man.
Yeah. And that's why we're going to live forever.
The Lord is beautiful.
Yeah, because you got to think, the Lord just don't stop working or creating. It's new galaxies and universes and earths and stars being created right now as we speak. And even on a small worldly level, Esau will tell you that that the universe is expanding. I mean, it's getting bigger. You know, the more that he learned about the heavens, you know, it's getting bigger. It don't stay the same. The cosmics and the black holes, everything constantly moving and shifting and changing.
There could be whole other universes, man.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me that the Heavenly Father that created this universe and that created the angels and the chariots that could travel anywhere in the universe, they're just gonna get overtaken by some fucking cave dwellers
right.
making some plots somewhere?
Esau, Edom can't even get past the Milky Way, and that's just one small grain of rice when it comes to galaxies.
Esau Edom, he only knows how to make carnal weapons and use carnal technology. Okay, our technology is going to be spiritual on a whole other plane of thought, man. Like we can only see in 3 dimensions. You know, who knows how many dimensions there are? There's angels encamping all around us right now. We can't see them.
There's certain creatures that can see better than us
Yeah.
right now.
A dog.
There's certain, when we get into, we don't like, it's gonna be beautiful how the Lord these bodies are gonna be beautiful, man. You know, it's gonna be a beautiful, Lord willing, we're gonna, you know, Lord willing, we make it, man. But you have something? Now basically what I want to shift to is given to change, tossed to and fro with these doctrines, because like I said when we opened up, you know, the sheep has to be warned. Okay, if you hear something that's off, our job as prophets and watchmen is to go out there, put that false doctrine on the forefront, correct it, but warn the sheep. Okay.
I mean, yeah, because we really could talk about this for like 5-6 hours straight. We didn't even bring out Revelation 21.
We'll get it real quick, and then we'll shift.
Isaiah chapter 2 too.
Yeah. Because you know, like we always say, all right, it's about what you teach. It's about the doctrine. Like you have a lot of these different camps get together, and they'll say, oh man, this brother believes in Yahushua, man. It's not about the doctrine. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because teaching a false doctrine can get you deleted. Go ahead. Get Revelation 21.
This is Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Yeah, all of this crap that you see under the rulership of Esau and the nations is all going to be done away with. So we're going to go from being in a low state to no more being in a low state. Okay, we're not going to deal with diseases, death. All right, our nation being divided and wicked amongst each other. All of these things are going to change.
All right, we're not going to go through this twice. That's basically the logic that Nate's using. We're going to go through this twice.
And it tells us in Lamentations, it says for Esau to rejoice. All right, it tells him to rejoice now. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, thou that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. That cup is the cup of torment, slavery. All right.
Well, your loss of children.
Yeah.
Man.
He after he's taken down, he's finished. Finito. Go ahead, Yash. I know you got more. Or was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2. And this will come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
They're going to have to learn. They're going to have to learn. They're not going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written within them.
High priests and kings.
They're not gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments written within them. So they're gonna have to be taught. Go ahead.
Let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
And when we teach you, you're not gonna have an attitude or buck up and say, no, that's not the right way. Going back to what it says when we read earlier, that kingdom and nation that will not serve thee shall utterly perish. So if you have that thought, you just gonna get your ass whooped. All right. And we're gonna do a lot of ass whipping in the kingdom. Okay? Because you're not just gonna be regular employees, you're gonna be slaves of captivity. All right? Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
Yeah, we could have, go ahead.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
We could have read that scripture and just closed the camp in like 30 seconds. All right, because that scripture right there tells you that while we're in power, there's gonna be no war. There's gonna be complete peace.
So therefore, all of a sudden, everybody's gonna, after 1,000 years, Esau's is gonna be plotting how to make these weapons all of a sudden, and we're not, and like we're just not gonna be able to make these weapons, even though we're gonna have spiritual power.
Ain't gonna be no more war between Ishmael and Amalek over there in the middle, over there in the so-called Middle East.
We're not gonna be able to defend ourselves.
The nations, they're gonna be too busy serving. They ain't gonna have time to do shit else. You're gonna be serving and serving and serving, man. Day in and day out. We're gonna have certain, you may have you might like the Hamites of your taskmasters. You might like a different nation. Another brother might like another nation. You're gonna have taskmasters. You might have a certain nation over your flock of people.
I was just about to say, might have a nation over another nation.
Yeah,
You might appoint magistrates or whatever, or
Yep.
ambassadors.
When we say we're gonna be in power, that's what we really mean.
And it's gonna be ordered.
You got something?
Yeah.
All right, bring that out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be that's right.
Order.
Yep.
You know, a king don't come all the fucking way down to the bottom to talk to the peasant. It go up.
Yep.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verses 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that calls you into the grace of Yahweh Shai unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Yahweh Shai.
That's Nathaniel right now. He's perverting the gospel, and he's really troubling the flock. He's putting people at danger.
He's putting the kingdom far off, man.
He's been doing it for a long time.
Yep, he's been doing it. But so go ahead.
With the name, because it tell you that you need the name for salvation.
Yep.
You've been saying, well, we don't know if it's Yahweh Shai knowledge.
Or a nigga jump up and say Yahweh.
Yeah, no, but this is what I'm saying. You got like a 2-hour long breakdown of the name online. I've been online for like 15. You can still find that joint. And now
he threw it out.
Yeah.
He threw it out, which
I think that was longer than 15 years.
Which is the sign of
Video.
No, he's talking about how it's been on YouTube. How long it's been on
yeah.
YouTube. But that's a sign of a man selling himself over to the enemy. When you begin to take out and continue to take out the book, and you change the name, and you go into more of a Christian-like teaching, and that 1,000-year teaching, as Elder Yashawama brought it out, that's the Jehovah Witness doctrine. The Jehovah Witness, they teach that after that 1,000 years that somebody's gonna rise up and go into war. Go ahead.
That's scam artistry.
And let's keep it 300. Nate received his consolation.
Yep, he's rich.
He's a multi-millionaire in Mystery Babylon the Great. He don't got a need or want for anything.
Yep.
It says, but though we or an angel from heaven,
Even if an angel from heaven, it say though we, or if an angel from heaven come down, go ahead.
preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
That's a curse. That man is a curse right now. He been doing shit. I'm saying, even with the jab, all that other shit. Go ahead.
As we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you, then that ye have received, let him be accursed.
Let him be accursed. Now, he's been, like the brother said, he's been going off, but now he's just finding new ways to go off. Now he's constantly subtracting out of the book of life. Now jump from there where it says in Revelation that if any man shall add,
He waxing worse and worse.
yep, he's waxing worse and worse.
So, yep. deceiving and being deceived. Waxing worse and worse.
He really is waxing worse and worse too.
And maybe he's been teaching that about the other nations rising up, but now he's just now coming out with it.
He
It's coming out publicly.
exalting himself with his fancy ass garments, you know, walking through with the cameras rolling,
Coming through on horses.
coming through on horses.
You really undermining. He's really undermining Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
He made himself a king. If you could call it what it is. They made himself a king.
This is Book of Revelation, chapter 22, verses 19. And if any man shall take away the words,
Tossed to and fro.
and if any man shall take away the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai shall take away his part out of the book of life.
Yeah, that means that you're subtracting, like, and you're not continuing in the things which you learn. Now Nate learned from the same men that Elder Apostle Tahar learned from. High Priest Ariah, Elder Yaquab, those men, they never taught what Nate is teaching. They never taught that other nations were going to rise up and that Esau was going to rise up after the 1,000-year period and come up against the Israelites. So your question should be, why is he suddenly doing that? And the answer is because he's playing his part and because he's a demon, he's a false prophet. Go ahead.
I mean, we're going to get delivered out of this, man. All right, think about the state our people in. We're going to have to get delivered out of this mess. Okay, Esau ain't got no power to deliver him out of what we're going to put him through.
Yeah, who he gonna call on?
Yeah, right. Go ahead. Right.
Well, God's going to come save him.
Yeah.
That's all it.
You read the whole precept?
You actually to and fro, right?
Oh yeah, get that.
I'm gonna start at verse 11. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11. And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers. For
Read that again, Salaki. Read that again.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11. And he gave some apostles
The apostles. All right. Go ahead.
and some prophets
And the prophets.
and some evangelists
Uh-huh.
and some pastors and teachers.
You have different specs in the ministry. You know, you have different things in the truth. Go ahead.
For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahweh Shai.
So the word I was looking for was you have different offices within the ministry. Go ahead.
Till we come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of Yahweh.
That was for you, bro.
Shit's fire.
That was for you.
The only thing on side is just
Not my side.
They clean
yeah,
too.
them shit.
Go ahead.
It's your side, bro.
Nah, it's just
And
like
till we come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of Yahweh, and to a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahweh Shai, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
Yeah, so we're not supposed to be children tossed to and fro without every wind of doctrine. We're supposed to be steadfast, grounded, rooted, settled,
Studied, showing ourselves
studied to
approved.
show ourselves approved, and we're not supposed to be given to change. You know, that's why when we hear certain shit, it makes us, it makes our hairs go up on our neck. We like, oh hell no, that's off. You know, because we're grounded in the truth. So and then that's why we speak on these things, because we're not tossed to and fro. Somebody that's watching this camp and that's watching that camp, and they're watching 4 different camps. They might hear Nate teach that, and they might just be like, "Con."
And we've seen that. We've experienced men coming in this truth, and they watching too many different. They watching ISBK, HOI, IUIC.
Got that 11.
Yeah, GMS.
They got that 11 right there.
it's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter.
What size is that?
11.
I didn't know this is 11.
The book of 1 Timothy,
He
chapter
came
4, verse 1.
It's valid.
Now the Spirit speak expressively
Shalom.
that in the last times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Yeah, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of the devil. And the scriptures tell us that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith. We're seeing both of that.
This say by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie and wait to deceive.
Yep. So a part of that giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils is you changing the doctrine, switching it up. You remixing it. You know?
Because
As if somebody, like the true men of the Lord are going to catch that shit. What you going to say?
and like it's a judgment for that. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Not even like us. We can say and make videos, but the Lord you supposed to have. I fear to do some shit like that. Or like when men be falling out the truth, and then they start talking some we in the new covenant and all types of shit, or just the flat earth. I'm like, yo, shit, like,
Think
damn.
about it, man. When you come to this truth and you learn this truth, it's like a puzzle that slowly comes, a big jigsaw puzzle that starts to come together when you learn this truth, man.
Yeah.
Nate's taking the corner pieces and putting them in the middle of the fucking board.
No,
Like,
but
what the hell are you doing, dude?
he at one time knew the judgment, but he don't fear it no more. Obviously, keep.
The money's got them, man.
Yeah.
The money. It's the money. Because when you become rich in this world, that's why the scriptures tell us that we don't want poverty nor riches.
Because it was obviously a time where he was sincere in this thing. You know, I remember when I first came in, the Apostle Tahir will always be talk about Nate, but he'll always say, yo, I feel like he a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
I feel like he gonna come out of it, shit like that. But
yeah, Apostle Tahir has always been leaving the door open.
He still says say uplifting things about him here and there.
Well, I know there was a vision going around about him. I believe that he lost the oil and he may have got it back. But he don't got a lot of time, you know?
And then somebody have a
the-
dream he got beat up by his congregation or some shit like that.
I don't know. But I know it was a vision that he lost the oil and he got it back in the end. So this could be a part of that, but, you know, time is ticking, man. Go ahead.
Something really bad might have to happen if he does come back.
Yeah, he was just sick not too long ago.
Yeah, the similar thing my grandfather had, man. That was some serious shit.
he say, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy. Okay, switching up the doctrine. Like I said, remixing it. Taken out of the book of life. And then you're confidently teaching these things as if there's no consequence to it. But like the brother said, there's going to be a heavy judgment. Go ahead.
This 2 Timothy 4, verse 2. Preach the word, be instant, in season, and out of season, reprove, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
So this camp has basically been a rebuke and a reprovement, but also a warning to let brothers know, all right, that that's not the correct doctrine. This is the way to teach you. Okay? Go ahead.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Now look how many people that he has the influence over. Like I said, IUIC is the biggest Israelite camp out there. So they're taking his word. He's the leader. So when he's breaking these scriptures down, they're taking his word for it. So when they go out on the streets and they come across that Revelation 20, they're going to break it down how Nate has taught them. And they're going to deceive many.
But after their own lust shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn their ears away from the truth and shall be turned unto fables.
Yeah, now they see videos being made about them and they'll talk shit. Oh, you got these guys making videos about the bishop's breakdown. Yeah, because the bishop is going off. He's lying to the people. All right? He's lying to how they say you're lying to the American public. He's lying to the Israelite public. Okay? And he's leading people astray. Go ahead.
Just the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verses 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
I'll find a jersey to go with him. Somebody better grab him. Go ahead.
Therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil.
Yep.
Well, he gonna get blessed for that.
Yeah, I would want to get that because, you know, it should be a fearful thing to, you know, breaking down the wrong breakdowns. And you know, if there was judgment being executed, you would think more twice.
You got something? Because we're going to end it with those two scriptures we opened up with. We're going to end it with that too. We're going to go back into it.
This is Psalm 30 and
Yeah, you read them, so go ahead.
9. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Right now we're in the pit. Okay, and Esau, and when we're in rulership in the kingdom of heaven, Esau's going to be down in the pit, man.
Yep.
Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me. Lord, be thou my helper. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. And that's going to be especially true when the kingdom is established, man. Okay?
Sound like he said Esau.
I thought he said that shit too, bro.
See everybody head turn? I'm like,
He did say that shit.
Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. Right, we're going to put off that. We're going to put off that
that
sackcloth, man.
That's what
To the end that my glory may sing praise unto thee, and not be silent, O Lord, my power. I will give thanks unto thee forever. Okay, so once we take off these sackcloths, man, we put on those garments of righteousness, and we're clothed with that crown of life, it ain't ever coming off. Okay, ain't gonna be no little secret infiltrations or rebellions or no terrorist attacks, or ain't nobody gonna take a damn ship and
little rebel groups in the kingdom.
yeah, ain't no Edomite gonna hijack a barge and sail it into some fucking bridge.
Edomite militias. Yeah, Edomite militias. Basically, Nate is teaching there's going to be Edomite militias.
Ain't no Edomite gonna go knock out an angel and steal his chariot and drive off with it.
And then still his rod of iron. He running, dragging the rod of iron.
Yeah, the brother just posted a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And that's Nate. He's double-minded. You know? Him and his camp is unstable. They gotta come back to the first love. Yeah. You know, like we said, man, like the apostles say as well, you know, there's elect men amongst other camps. All right? And the more these doctrines go out and the more these men teach this wickedness, you're gonna have people withdrawing from them. Okay? Yeah, we believe there's elect men amongst IUIC, ISUPK, these different camps. They're gonna come out of it when the Lord draws them out. You know? So that could be a part of why the Lord has these men teaching these wayward doctrines. Because some of these dudes gonna be like, enough is enough, man. I'll let you get away with the first one. But now that you're teaching this, I gotta go, man. I gotta pack my bags, you know? So let's go back to it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verses 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit.
Start at 2.
Okay. This is Revelation 20 and 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, it's Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Which that's talking about the children of Edom. Okay, it's not talking about one particular red spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about the children of Edom. Go ahead.
And cast him into a bottomless pit,
Which is Europe. Go ahead. The
And-
land that had no resources.
and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
And during that time, you had the Israelites were in rulership. Like we said, the Byzantine Empire in the Dark Ages. Go ahead.
So the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loose a little season.
So it jumped up basically 1,000 years, where Esau was loosed for his little season, which we're still living in right now. Okay? We're still living in that time right now. He's still in his little season. Now Esau is in rulership. All right? So what Nate was saying, I don't even think I don't know if he read that precept or not, but he read the other one, which we're about to read. Read that one. the second one. And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years.
And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads.
Now these are the ones which didn't bow the knee to Baal, man. All right, the 7,000 men, which is a sign of completion. That complete amount of men that didn't bow. Go ahead.
Neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
They didn't get the chip.
And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years.
Now, basically, like we said, speaking on it again, what this man is teaching is that after that period is fulfilled, Esau is going to rise up. He going to try to start wars with us, which we proved throughout this entire camp. We brought out hella precepts that's not going to be, it's not going to be possible. And it's damn sure not going to happen. Them niggas right there, they through. All right, we looked at Edomites for an hour. And once they go into them chains and them shackles along with their kings, because their kings are even going to be brought.
Yeah.
That's what the scriptures tell us.
Brought that out in Isaiah 60.
The same motherfuckers that they voting for and the ones that they believe, the ones that they look up to, and they're going to be brought. So they're not going to think about rising up against the children of Israel, man. It's not going to happen. So that's a false doctrine. Go ahead.
But the rest of the dead live not again.
That was it. Salakia. So, hey, with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Lord willing, you will edify. Lord willing, you receive the message. And Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Shalom.